Stream is
It's
live.
More.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Table Talk and Drinks, where we drink adult beverages and talk about tabletop RPGs. We'll talk about rules that you may or may not know, one-shot ideas, campaign ideas, character ideas, and whatever else may come to mind. I'm your host, David Mode, and I am here tonight with
Derek Dalton
And David Lott.
And tonight we are going adjacent to tabletop games. We are going to be talking Baldur's Gate. It's close. It's not a tabletop game. It's a good old computer game, but it's close enough.
And for those peasants that don't have computers, it'll be out on PlayStation next month.
Yeah, I think it's September 5th or something. It's coming on PlayStation.
Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox is having some issues. So with Xbox, you have to be able to do split screen, and they've got it where it'll do split screen on the Series X, but it won't do it on the Series S. And Microsoft, their whole fucking guidelines or whatever, we just got shadow banned because I just said fuck before 2 minutes.
Yup.
And
shit.
Oh well.
But so they're having issues getting split screen on the Series S. So that's why I think they've said they've pushed it back. Their earliest, I think they're saying, is January.
That sucks for Xbox players.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, PC Master Race.
PC Master Race? This fucking guy?
We all started on PC, moved to Xbox, and back to PC.
I know, because there wasn't an Xbox back then, and the PCs were garbage. But
PCs
now-
were always so expensive. I mean, they're still pretty expensive now. But, it all just depends.
Better than, early 90s, 2000s.
And I feel like my issue with Xbox currently is they're not putting out any really good games. They're putting out all these AAA titles that are garbage.
Mm-hmm.
You've got fucking Baldur's Gate over here with 500 developers, not 500,000, putting out a fucking game that I think the last time they're like averaging 800,000 players a day.
I know that they've broken a crap ton of records, they're, from what I've seen on the vastness of the interwebs, is that all these AAA developers and people associated with AAA gaming are losing their minds talking about how Baldur's Gate players just need to understand that this is a Rockstar game, and it's and I don't mean the company, but I mean the game is like epic and great and wonderful, and that people just need to understand that kind of gaming quality just is a once in a lifetime thing, and it's not going to come out. So they're all worried that people are going to be like, oh, so this small development company with hardly anybody can make this kind of game be this epic for this price without microtransactions, and start holding the AAA companies.
You know how fucking stupid microtransactions in Baldur's Gate would be? It's like, oh, you're a warlock. You get your 2 fucking spell slots. You want a third one? Give us 500 fucking Baldur's coins. It's like, oh, how much is 500 Baldur's coins? Oh, it's $3.99.
I'll be uninstalling and never buying another.
I mean, that's kind of what a lot of games have done, though. It's like
That's exactly what it is. Everything's gone pay to win, and that is one of the refreshing things about Baldur's Gate. But not only the microtransactions and stuff, it's the almost, 300 hours of replayability with it.
Oh, yeah, dude, it is so much.
The vastness of the game, and you don't see that with AAA games anymore.
No, and I mean, shit, I am... Let me pull up my Steam account real quick.
So much for our not swearing so much at the start.
I have 34.6 hours in Baldur's Gate right now.
Didn't you download it last weekend?
I got it... When did I get it? It was...
You got it like a day or two before I did.
I think it was after the release.
I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
It was either Thursday or Friday I got it. And I've got 35 hours in the game. And I'm not even close. I think I'm in fucking Act 1 still.
Yeah. You are.
Yeah.
Can you pull up my account and see what it is?
Yeah, let me see real quick.
I want to see how much I've done. I've spent way too much time on this freaking game.
So we've got you with Baldur's Gate at 54 hours. He's got 20 hours more than me.
He He had it before.
And our friend Doom here, who
Oh,
just barely got the
It's
game.
probably 5
Just
hours.
barely.
He's got
yes.
7.7 hours.
Oh, we played for 7 hours today?
No, you played
You
a little
played
bit yesterday.
Oh, a little bit. 2 hours yesterday. So yeah, I played 2 hours yesterday, and we played 5 hours today.
This game is stupid fun.
We will be playing more when we're done.
It was just.
I hope you.
It was just.
You will.
Oh,
know
yeah,
that.
I know. That's why I made you guys make new characters.
So, let's bring in the how is it tabletop adjacent?
Yeah.
What about Baldur's Gate 3 makes it fit this
Well,
forum?
it's in the Sora's Coast thing.
Yes,
right?
yes. So it is.
It is Sword Coast.
It is all Sword Coast. It is all based around the town of Baldur's Gate.
Let's
That's why it's called.
try our
Baldur's Gate
best
3.
not to give spoilers. We don't want to be those assholes on
Yes.
TikTok.
Derek loves those assholes.
He
on
loves
TikTok.
those assholes giving spoilers, telling
Hey,
me how to
it's-
get things and do things.
Oh, he's all about how
it's
to
just
do this.
people just. I just
Hey,
watch him how to do things.
Hey Derek, so we're playing today, right? And he's like, "Oh yeah, I know. We just go right over here. We talk to this guy. We do this thing, and we'll get this." And it's like, "Hey Derek, how do you know? How do you know to do that?" And he's like,
No.
I saw a video
You're
on
putting
it."
words in my mouth. It was only about like.
You did
what
that
is
like
that?
3 or 4
was
times
his-
in 5 hours.
What was his name?
I don't know.
Was it the?
No.
Owlbear Assassin?
No.
Oh yeah, I saw him on YouTube.
No, that was not an. Anyway,
No,
We're trying not to give spoilers.
so not only is it all based in the D&D Forgotten Realms Sword Coast, focused on Baldur's Gate. Of course it is.
Obviously,
That's what
yeah.
it's named after. But it's also using an actual D20 system.
Yes.
Which is interesting because
I wish that it would show your rolls always.
Just like have a
Like,
little
just
die
have
in
a
the
little
corner.
pop up
History?
in the corner or something, instead of being like, perception check failed or stealth check failed or stealth check passed or whatever. I wish it would just show the roll. And I understand, that might take a little bit more computing. And I know you can go into your dialogue and you can highlight over it and it'll tell you what your role was. But I don't know. I feel like that's just a little bit too much to have to go down there. Oh, that's what
I think it is.
That's why I felt. I rolled
Yeah.
a 2.
Yeah.
I think it is more information really be available to you would be nice. That's saying like
Yeah.
hunting for it
Yeah.
because I don't know what's going on.
I just
half the
think
time.
it's freaking awesome that they've essentially made D&D a computer game.
Yes.
That's how it feels to me.
Honestly,
yes.
D&D computer game.
I believe, like, wholeheartedly that Baldur's Gate is going to bring a lot of those, like, video game
kind of like Mass Effect.
connoisseurs
Uh,
out of the
you
video
can
games.
say it.
Out
You
of the
can say
video games into the table.
Yes. I'm
and
hoping. I'm hoping.
I would say a good majority of the people that play video games have played tabletop games. But I feel like, once they get playing Baldur's Gate, they're going to be like, oh, this is what D&D is supposed to be.
Yes.
Which is
And-
without us and the DM. Telling you
Well,
where to go.
but that's the thing. If you listen to the voice,
The narrator.
Yeah.
the narrator is your DM.
Yeah.
It is.
Listen to it. That is what a DM should sound like.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a wonderful prime example of if you don't know how to DM or if you're struggling with how to describe things, listen to some of those narrations.
Yes.
Try to utilize that to help you progress in your DMing.
Yeah, no, I love the DM in there. She's, it's very...
Susan.
I say she. I don't know if everybody's is a she.
Mine's a she.
Mine's a
Okay.
she.
And
I
I've
think-
played
and
a
I-
male character and a female character, and it's still
Okay,
always a
and
she.
I wasn't
think
sure
it's
if it
always
was.
a she.
I wasn't sure if it was based on your character,
or at least a female voice.
yeah. And I love the narration, and I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a video game. They've had months, weeks, years to practice to write. Professional writers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the narration is fantastic. I think they give you a very good visual description without, like, you can just listen to it without looking at your monitor and know what they're talking about.
Yes.
Oh yes. Very descriptive.
It's you can essentially do theater of mind just listening. You're like, oh,
And not only that, I think they do a really good job with you notice this, you get this feeling, you like the non-physical, the non like right right there in your face stuff, the feelings, the intuitions, those kind of things, they portray that in a really good way. And I think that's one thing that a lot of DMs I've dealt with or I've played with and myself as a DM struggle with. Like, oh, you feel like they might be lying to you. Okay, you just told me they're lying to me. But if you listen to some of the ways that they put it, they're like, you get a hinkling that they're hiding something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or like different, the way they verbalize it makes it feel a lot more, okay, you got an uncomfortable feeling about it, but I'm not flat out telling you you're lying. Or things like that. Yes. And I think that is phenomenal and something that everybody can benefit from.
Yeah, especially when I got trapped in a place, a certain area. The way that narration told me how she was like unease, unsettled. Even in the body language, they did a really good job, I think, with their body language in the game as well. Like, it's really fascinating to see, even though it's like, you know, the computer generated.
Yeah.
Really good body language.
So
and we'll get to maybe that to later.
No,
funny part.
Real quick question. This place you're talking about that you were trapped, are you talking about the one we were dealing with right before we started this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. On a side note, we are not sponsored by Loresmith. I just really love this book. Go check it out. You can put it down.
Oh, I was hiding behind it.
Don't hide it. It's a really good book. Remarkable Shops.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, they're out of like Switzerland or something like that. They make some really good products. They're not sponsored.
There's a lot of really good. I don't know what the term would be, but
source
like
books.
Outside of actual D&D source material.
Yeah, and well, this one essentially, so it gives you, I think it's like 7 or 9 different shops that you can use in your campaign, and then the rest of the book teaches you how to make your own shop.
Okay.
Like,
I've got a couple of different books that like give you different tables to do this, or here's some ideas for this, stuff like that, and that's phenomenal. That's everywhere. Baldur's Gate has a lot of stuff that you can utilize
absolutely
for your own DMing.
Yes.
You want an NPC kind of like this? Look up this NPC. Watch some videos of how they act.
Yo.
Boom. There you go. You have some ideas for it. And all of the NPCs in there are way more vast than just good guy, bad guy.
Yes.
This.
And
that.
Don't feel bad if you're running a campaign and your NPCs aren't hashed out like Baldur's Gate. They've had years to work on these NPCs. They've had writers that they've paid lots of money to.
They have
to write
lots of writers.
Really good stories for these NPCs. So if you're not at that level, I'm not at that level.
I'm
He's not at that level. Like,
I can think at that level, but I can't do it.
And you know,
I
sometimes
don't even know if you can think that level.
Sometimes it's really hard to put ideas to paper, or ideas to your campaign group. You know, a lot of people can do it just fine. So don't be like, oh, I'm not like Baldur's Gate, I can't do this. You know.
Yeah, don't let
strive to be like Baldur's Gate, but you don't have to be Baldur's Gate.
Don't let Baldur's Gate become the next Matt Mercer.
I feel like we should drink every time we say Baldur's Gate. We're gonna be so fucked up.
I need to drive home after this so I can play more.
I got coffee for him.
All right, yeah. So don't do that then.
No. But no, I do. To your point, don't think that you have to be as great as Baldur's Gate, because it is a video game. It is something completely different. It's just a good place to get ideas.
Yes, from. Absolutely. I'm currently in my solo campaign. It's not really solo. He joined me. I can't kick his NPC to the curb. It is
Start a new one. That's your own fault. You told me to join.
I know, and I don't have a problem. It's a cleric. I killed off the cleric early on, and
he needs a cleric.
I need a cleric. I'm running around with a barbarian, a warrior, a druid, and a cleric. That's the best party you could ever have.
That's actually a pretty decent party right there.
It's decent if, you know,
if
the rolls are
you
good.
Controlling
yeah, if it wasn't me controlling. My rolls are terrible. In Baldur's Gate, I'm looking right at you. My rolls are terrible.
Don't blame Baldur's Gate.
Blame the dice mechanics.
Blame David Mode, because in person, this man cannot roll to save his life.
Let's see.
That's it. Here, we're gonna roll a d12. I got an 8.
Oh,
It was
Yeah,
gonna
but
go
that's for
1.
damage. It's got to be a D20. You roll good damage when you actually hit. But in person, you cannot hit to save your life. In person, you cannot roll a saving throw to save your life. On Roll20, you cannot roll to save your life. On D&D Beyond, you cannot roll to save your life.
D20.
Natural 1?
It's a 12.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So that's why you're rolling better.
you're right. You're right.
It only when it matters he can't roll.
I'm
And on
DMing.
Baldur's Gate he can't.
I'm
freaking
DMing our Icewind campaign, and I'm like throwing these big fucking things at him. I'm rolling 6s and 5s, 4s, 7s.
roll. I'm gonna challenge you guys today. I can't hit to save my life.
Can't hit shit. So I don't blame Baldur's Gate. Their dice mechanic, there's nothing wrong with it, because when I'm in his game, I either roll a 2 or a 20. There's no in between. It's a 2 or a 20.
I roll slightly above average in my own game. I cannot roll to save my life in your game.
So-
In my game, I roll between a 2 and a 9. Almost always.
My game,
and I get at least 2 critical fails every 10 minutes.
Let's see, when I did my game, I think everything in between. Like, I got a crit fail and I got a critical success. Like I'm just.
So you're all over.
I
the
didn't
map.
get my first critical success. I know shit. I did not get my first critical success in Baldur's Gate until I had about 10 hours of playtime.
I think I have only ever had one actual crit hit that was a dice roll.
I've had 6 to date in Derek's game.
Yeah, he has been doing really good.
And all just in talking.
Yeah.
Not in attacks.
No, I'm talking attacks.
Okay.
In your persuasions and stuff like
Yeah.
that, I've only rolled a nat 20 like 2 or 3 times.
I've done it 6 times today. I've 10 hours in my own.
But it's only
fucking
in his game.
Yeah, it's in his
Oh,
game.
then my game.
Are you on the easy?
No, I'm in balance.
Okay.
I'm in balance.
Fucking liar.
Always
Just
play
kidding.
on balance. Always play on balance.
Always play on balance.
Balanced is, so they've got the easy mode, which leans you towards RPG heavy. They've got balanced, which is RPG and like fighting, and then they've got the harder one, which leans more towards the fighting.
That's how they describe it. But
That's how they describe it. Yeah.
I think it's more of a difficulty setting.
And I don't know, maybe
Not necessarily
I
a
don't know.
other.
Because the company that, what's their name again?
Larian Studios.
So they made Divinity of Sin.
Divinity Original Sin.
Original Sin. Thank you.
You're welcome.
One and two. And no, I played that before I played this game, and they're very similar in between.
Yeah.
And I've also done Explorer in that game, and it was really easy. Like hardly any fighting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah,
I think
but
it's more based on a difficulty rating for things versus a
balance or
whether or not you're just fighting or just role.
Well, I think when it's the top one, it's just more harder.
Exactly. What I'm saying is the top one. I don't know if it means that you just get to be in combat more often, or if things are actually just more
the
challenging.
combat is harder.
Yeah.
Or if the role playing is harder.
Right. Or they turn up the AI. Everybody gets an advantage on you. You get a debuff.
Something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. I just don't want to go on and tell people that. Oh, if you want to just do combat all the time, select this.
That's what there says. That's what
That's what it sounds
Yeah.
like. Yes.
One thing I've really enjoyed about Baldur's Gate is it is so pretty.
Oh, yes.
It is so pretty. And I'm not running anything fancy on my computer. I've got an NVIDIA 2060 Super.
Are you talking about that computer?
No.
Okay, I was like, you lied.
If I was running it on that computer,
it would look
woo,
like
baby, I'd be rolling nat 20s all day.
Probably.
I was just checking because I was like,
No.
wait a minute.
I've got an ROG ROG G14 with the 2060 Super in it.
Okay.
And I mean, it runs the game fantastic. It's way above the settings. One of these guys just ripped ass. And good old beer farts. But so you don't necessarily need a heavy hitting computer to play this game.
Yeah, I have
really? I didn't
essentially
understand
just slightly above a pre-built computer.
Yeah.
I've only upgraded a couple of things on it, and it runs it just fine.
What settings are you running on?
Media or no? So you have ultra, you have high, and then so I'm on high. I'm the second one down, and it runs just fine. unless I'm hitting the hour 10 mark, and then I start to bug out and have to save, close everything down. And then once I close everything down, I can reopen it and it runs just fine for another 6 or 7 hours.
And my laptop is running it on Ultra, with the God shades on and stuff. And those God shades are cool as fuck.
Yeah, I have
those things
on.
are so cool. See the sun coming through and sparkling on the fog and the mist and stuff.
It's
that is
so
cool.
It's pretty. I think I saw my first nighttime was when we went to camp.
Oh yeah.
I think I saw my first nighttime. I'm like, I can just stay.
So, I just need to bring something up because it popped into my head, and we're talking about visuals. If you do not want to see nudity,
yes,
turn the nudity off.
Yes.
It even tells you before you even start the game. It tells you want nudity on or nudity off.
Yes.
I chose on because
We all did.
We did. We're grown men. That is our choice, and that is our right.
If you are under the age of 18,
turn it off.
Turn it off.
Make sure your
I
parents...
don't care if your parents are okay with it. Turn it off. If you're above the age of 18 and you're not okay with it, turn it off. The game does not lose any of its gameplay by not having the nudity on. It's not. It's not adding to the story in any way. All it is just adding to our dumb fucking.
It's just adding on to our maturity.
It's our 12-year-old joke.
It's our maturity.
I am 32 years old. I'm about to turn 33. I can do what I want.
And mentally, he's still a child, just like we are. That's why we have it on, because we make funny jokes with it, because we're stupid.
Run around topless in town.
Hey, look at my character. But no, that being said, if you're under the age, turn it off. If you're a parent and you buy this game for your child, check it.
Turn it off.
It doesn't, just it's there. Utilize it.
And don't. I was a teenager at one time. Don't think, but the story is gonna lack if I don't have this essential thing. Get out of here. Turn that shit off.
Also, if somehow this ends up on the rest of the world, make sure you follow your own country's guidelines of what your age. Because I know Switzerland, Ireland, they're all.
I don't know.
16.
Every country has a different thing.
Like most places are 16. That's something like that. Yeah.
Them to know.
We're talking about the United States of America because that's where we reside.
Clearly.
And, I mean, technically, we reside in the good old state of Utah, so you might have to be 21. I don't know. I'm not that young.
Utah. Who knows?
It is Mormon. I'm sorry.
Hey, be nice.
Disregard what he said. We have no hate or malcontent.
We have very good friends that are LDS. He's just a turd. Anywho, back to
either
the
way,
game.
one of the things I was going to say. So I am currently in the Underdark.
Oh yeah.
And I have played D&D for many years. I have played D&D in the Underdark, and I have never, in my entire time playing D&D at a table, pictured the Underdark to look like what Baldur's Gate makes it look like.
Yes.
It is so fucking pretty, and there is just so many different things. There's these little stupid, this isn't a spoiler, there's these little like fungus things that they're all over the place, and if you walk through it, you have telepathy with everybody around you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like you can talk to the myconids and stuff like that through your brain.
I'm
like, that's
cool.
cool.
I'm fairly certain that's based off of D&D's myconid spores.
Okay.
Because they can pass their spores to be able to communicate with you telepathically. I think that's where it comes from.
Now, there's just these little plants.
I haven't run into that yet.
There's these little plants that are all around. And there's these other little plants. I don't know if they sell for anything. You can't do shit with them. But if you pick them up, it's literally, you are surrounded by an anti-magic barrier. You can't sell them. You can't send them to your camp. It's an anti-magic barrier.
That's awesome. That'd be helpful.
I have ideas.
But if you... This might be a little bit of a spoiler. If you take them out of the Underdark, they wilt.
Yes, but I still have ideas.
I haven't really ran into many spellcasters in the Underdark.
You're right, but those towers.
Maybe
that's a shield.
Maybe
you can't hit me. But there's also there is a likelihood of running into spellcasters in the Underdark because it does follow D&D lore. Drow are from the Underdark, and Drow are inherently magical.
I haven't. So I mean, I've spent a lot of time in the Underdark. I've ran into Deep Gnome. I ran into Mike Nids.
Hey, can you say what Deep Gnome's names are? What are they called?
The Snef and something. The Sneflizin?
No,
it's something ass.
Snife.
It's Nerf Neblin.
Yeah,
or
see, that's
something
what I
like
said.
that.
That's what I said.
I just love to hear people try to say it because I'm pretty sure I'm not even saying it right.
So I've ran into... I have not ran into any drow.
Okay.
A live drow.
In the Underdark.
In the Underdark. I've ran into a couple dead drow. I've ran into one rock gnome. I've ran into...
bunch of monsters.
Duragar. I call him Duragar. The game calls him Dwaragar. And I don't know which one's correct.
I'm going to go off the game
because
Dwaragar. It's official.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to pronounce things how I want to pronounce them.
And it's the Underdark. It's so freaking cool.
I haven't made it there yet, and I've never played in the Underdark other than that one campaign we played with.
Yeah.
That was the only time.
I've always pictured the Underdark like a dark, rocky, craggy kind of like wasteland, and with the occasional thing. And in the game, it is like it's vast and diverse and beautiful and lights and this and that, and it's like, oh wow.
You remember that? You know that picture where it's got the stairs going in every which direction?
Yes.
That's what the Underdark reminds me of.
Yes.
Because it's going all over the fucking place.
So many things.
It is so cool. And don't worry if you don't have dark vision. Like,
it doesn't matter.
Who cares? Like, you don't need dark vision. Yeah, it'll help you with some perception checks in a darker room. Light a fucking torch.
This isn't like D&D where everything has dark vision and you have to have dark vision.
Like dark vision, yeah, that'd be cool. I'm playing a Githyanki. So they call it a Githyanki. I've always called it a Githyanki.
I called it Githyanki.
So, but Baldur's Gate calls it a Githyanki. So I'm playing.
Yank.
Yeah, I'm playing a Githyanki druid, and I don't have dark vision, but I can see in the Underdark just fine because there's so many different, like there's like
things.
Yeah, there's glowy things all over the place.
Now, how much of that do you think is they did it for the game so it's easier for most people to play?
I'm pretty sure they
or is that what the Underdark's actually like?
See, and I would assume. I mean, they're probably going off of all of the lore for D&D. And I would think that it's probably what the Underdark is really like.
That might be.
And I'm sure there's parts of the Underdark that are just pitch black. You can't fucking see. It's like magical darkness. But I would assume,
sight.
Yeah.
So my experience with it is just like off of the D&D movie, Honors Among Thieves. It didn't have...
Such a good movie.
It was such a good movie. But taking that Underdark, how they all passed the other brains, devours, and then it was that one area...
They were like, oh, those are, brain devours or whatever. They're like, well, that was rude. They just walked past them.
They only attack people with high intelligence.
Weren't they intellect devourers?
Yes, intellect devourers.
How do you forget that?
I don't know, dude.
It just ran into some.
Intellect devourers, and they just walked past. They were like, they only attack people with high intelligence. Well, that was rude. Shit was fucking funny.
Yeah. I just want to say that I'm so glad that there is so much material for Dungeons and Dragons adjacent things out there nowadays.
Oh yes,
dude.
Like there's an amazing movie. There's an amazing game. You wouldn't have seen that 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, it'd be a shit D&D game, a shit D&D movie.
And this game, I mean, it's so much. There's so much stuff to do. And
there's too much stuff.
You can talk to every NPC. Every single one of them.
You can steal from every NPC.
You can steal from.
You can steal, you can kill, you can literally murder hobo your way through the game. You can talk to everybody, you can befriend everybody. You can do almost anything you can do in a D&D game.
So I think, don't quote me, I might be wrong, I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure Larian Studios said that there are like 9,000 endings to this game. 9,000 unique endings. And I don't know if that's correct. A lot of people are like, oh, there's no fucking way there's 9,000 unique endings. I don't know.
maybe
There-
I haven't beat the
9,000, maybe 9,000 conversations. Of
Well,
each
no,
ending.
I could see 9,000 potential endings, but it's not like significant endings. It's like with these characters versus those characters.
Yeah.
Or that person died, so this person's there. Things like
Right.
that. Because you literally can get rid of or add whoever out of the NPC party members that you have the options to have. You can mix and match them as you see fit,
Yeah.
and or you decide you don't want them; they're gone. Or there's a certain one that might end the game before you even get to the ending of the game.
We don't talk about Bruno.
There's it
Derek, do you know about this character that we speak of?
no, he doesn't.
Okay, good. No spoilers.
That's why I said it the way I said it. But it's so vast. It's so many different things. And then, I mean, obviously it's a video game. Obviously there are limits. There are boundaries that you have to play in because it's a video game. But I think they translated D&D stuff into the video game very well. Like the spells don't all match up word for word.
Yeah.
Things that are concentration might not be concentration, or you can cast this and this and this, and have it all going at the same time. There's a lot of that kind of stuff, but it is designed for a computer game. It's okay. It still plays really well. It still has a lot of the feel of D&D.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes. Totally.
But yeah, it's still a computer game.
Sorry.
When?
One of my biggest gripes about Baldur's Gate.
Really? I don't have any yet.
I have
Yeah.
one big gripe.
I want to hear it.
You can't fucking swim.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Pisses me off that I
try-
can't fucking swim.
Okay,
I try
you know
to-
what else irritates me? You can't attempt to climb things that aren't built
No,
to
you
climb.
cannot.
Well, you
Like in
You can't
D&D,
climb it.
I can attempt to climb whatever the
You
hell I
can
want.
attempt to climb anything you want.
Hey,
You roll
hey,
a natty one, boop. You can certainly
You can
try.
try.
Exactly.
You can't do that in Baldur's
And
Gate.
that kind of comes back to what you were just saying, though, about it is a video game. It has its limitations. They have to put boundaries, because if they didn't, you would have what is the game that have been people playing, the one that's like a Dark Souls game, that Elden Ring. Elden Ring is so massive, and this and this and that. And I've never played Elden Ring. I'm not talking shit on Elden Ring
or Dark Souls.
or Dark Souls or anything like that. But a lot of people have said that it's a super massive game, and if Baldur's Gate was to do something like that, I think it would be too much.
Yeah. I mean, it's already a massive
It's
game.
a massive. Yes,
It's like 100
It's
gigs.
so big.
Yeah,
It
It
is
is a huge game.
huge. Like, I'm sure there's still areas of the map that I have been to that I haven't uncovered things of.
Yes. All over the place.
And I mean, I don't go in every nook and cranny. I don't loot every nook and cranny. I don't check every door. I don't check every bucket. I don't check every vase.
Oh come on! Every base has gold.
There's no problem with
This
that,
isn't
because if
Zelda.
if I have too much stuff in my inventory, I just give it to you.
Get my. This is true.
Another big gripe that I have on Baldur's Gate. So one, you can't swim. And
That is
I
fine.
understand, swimming, that introduces an entire new concept, because then they're going to have to let you to dive, and then they're going to have to put treasure and different things underwater. I get it. So I'm not pissed off. It's just gripey because I'd like to swim.
I don't know if we can sell both those.
Second gripe is you can't scroll up. I want to see what's above me.
Oh.
You can hit.
I want to see the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to see top down. I want to look up.
Oh. Yeah.
You want-
I
see
don't
the
know if
sky.
anybody else has that fucking problem. But when the dragon flies over me, I want to look up. I want to see the goddamn dragon flying over me.
Can you press
I'm
the
okay with
third
it because
wheel
there's
and-
so much else to look at. But I understand.
I want to look up. And I get it. The sky is massive. That's a
Hey-
lot more programming that
hey,
they'd have to
David.
add in.
Hey David,
Yeah.
the sky is blue and clouds are white.
I know.
That's all you need to
I
know.
want to look up.
Yeah, I got a better one.
Hashtag let me look up.
He
Hold
wants-
on,
he
I got a
wants to-
better one. They let you look up and you see a bunch of giants sitting around a table.
That would be cool as shit, dude. And
I
you see
would love
a
that.
hand with the dragon flying over. That would be so fucking cool.
And like
Baldur's Gate, call me. We'll make a contract. I got you, dog.
We have ideas.
bunch of giants, and once you see a screen, and then
And anytime you roll a nat 20 on perception,
You
you just everything kind of gets a little like plasticky.
You look up. There's 5 giants up there. 4 for the players and 1 for the fucking TM.
and you hear this.
That's funny.
I
love
want to
it.
look up, and I understand. But going off of that concept, it makes sense that you can't look up because there is nothing up other than the players. I get it. Going off of that, if that's what Baldur's Gate was doing, good shit. I still want to look up.
You're never gonna let that go. 10 years from now, he's gonna be like, "That Baldur's Gate game was so great, but I wanted to look up."
I fucking hashtag let me look up. Let's get that shit fucking going on X. Hashtag let me look up.
Shut up, Derek.
Fucking run that hashtag on Facebook. What is Facebook's crap? Threads.
I don't know.
Get that shit going on
on
TikTok. Hashtag let me look up.
Let me look up. They probably will too. Hey, look.
You would.
Sky.
I just want to fucking see that dragon, dude. I'm sure I'm gonna come across it again. You know what dragon I'm talking about?
Yes.
I want to see that fucking dragon fly over me. All I saw was its fucking claws. I'm like, I'm trying to scroll, and I'm like, ah!
That's so fun. You know what I want? First person view.
Nah, I don't want first person.
I
like
get
the
that.
top-down.
Like when we're all playing together, I want to try. I want to know what it's like to be first person in this game.
I get that.
I like first person games.
Don't get me wrong, I like first
I
person
do
too. But
too.
I think with this game, I like third person or
No,
top-down.
I'm not complaining. This game is phenomenal.
Pretty. But I'm
This
just
is
saying, that's-
great.
For this,
I love it.
I want that.
But I think it would be interesting to try first person.
I think
because then you're actually in the character. Because that's how I picture D&D. I picture it in first person.
So,
All right.
have you seen those? They make these reactive suits.
Yes.
So
Vaguely.
it's a reactive suit that you wear, and it's for VR, and it allows you to feel what happens in the VR on your body. So if you get shot,
You get shot.
you get shot.
So you want to live in an isekai.
But think about it.
I mean, we all do.
Think
let's
of
be
playing
honest.
Baldur's Gate in first person with that fucking suit on.
Bruh.
Oh.
Bruh.
Getting hit by like fucking necrotic energy or fireball.
I need this in my life. Smart people of the world make it
So
happen.
what
please.
happens if somebody comes across and gives you the word of death?
Power word kill.
Power word kill. I don't know if
You
power word
you ever had that feeling where you might be having a heart attack?
I don't know if power word kill is in Baldur's Gate.
I don't know. Oh, I don't think it will be, because at what level is power word kill? That's the other gripe I have about it. You can't get to level 20. I want to play level 20.
You can't get to level
I
20.
believe it ends at level 12.
No way.
I
I'm gonna
believe so.
Google that real quick. 'cause
Look
I
that
wanna
up.
know.
If that's true, that might be like old school, like
No.
D&D 1.
No. D&D's always gone up to 12 from what I understand.
Well, I remember. I think I
I'm
was
fairly
listening
certain
to
for the 3-act game, you only get up to level 12.
Well,
But then again, at level 12, you're doing some earth-shattering things. I'm sorry, world-shattering things.
yeah, like you're pretty much a god. At
No.
level 20.
Yeah, at 20, you're a god.
In 20, you're like a god.
So at level 12, you're pretty up there, though.
I don't mind that because you put.
All right, that
In
is back in
perspective.
April. I want people that are playing now.
I don't think people have.
The
God.
max level is capped at level 12. Larian Studios initially planned on keeping the max level at 10. Bro, that's only 5th level spell. 4th level?
I don't know.
No, that's like 5th level spells.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
I think it's
Let's
well.
look.
I believe it's 5th.
Because the spells map D&D identically. Your spell slots.
Yeah.
Your spell tables map D&D identically. So I'm gonna look real quick. Oh, piss off.
Unless they change some.
Baldur's
of the stuff.
Gate, please fix that when you add on to this game, because I know you're going to add on to this game because everybody fucking loves this game. Please take us to level 20, because
At level 12,
you can leave the wish spell out. I don't care.
At level 12, you get up to 6th level spells.
Okay.
At level 10, you get up to 5th level.
Okay, so
spells.
I was So you were
Yes.
it was originally 5th level spells, and I mean I'm not saying 5th level spells aren't bad or anything,
Or
but
good.
Or aren't good, yeah.
And
But
I get it.
I would like Power Word Stun. It's an 8th level spell.
There's a lot of stuff I would like to play with at high levels. I think it would be fun. I think it would be. No, that would be.
Oh
you,
wait,
not
no,
me.
sorry. What's her Stormheart?
Shadowheart.
Shadowheart.
Yeah.
I don't like Shadowheart. She's the one I killed.
Yeah. We got Lazel. We got Shadowheart. He hasn't picked yet.
Oh, I picked.
Oh, if it's fucking not Tiefling Mommy.
He hasn't seen Tiefling Mom
I have.
yet.
Oh,
I haven't seen her yet, but
You have not interacted. With
I have
her.
not interacted with her.
Mm.
I have
But,
seen.
yes, everybody can agree on Karlach.
Everybody, just go on TikTok for 4 seconds. Type in Baldur's Gate 3, and I guarantee like 10 of the first 20 videos are Carlac. It's like Tiefling Mommy.
I shouldn't tease. Fire
And the other
Yes.
10 are complaining about the character that me and him were talking about a little bit ago.
Yes.
Oh, how they changed
Yes.
the feature? Or?
No.
No.
Oh, the other
You'll
one.
you'll learn
Okay.
when you learn.
Yeah, just leave it be.
But no.
We're trying no spoilers.
Yes.
We're doing our best.
The big thing is I understand that this is a 3-act. You know,
Yeah.
it works out. The first 4 levels are Act 1. The next 4 levels are Act 2. The next 4 levels are Act 3. But like, let's add some more stuff in there. Let's get some DLCs going on. Let's get some extra stuff going on. You could do so much with it. I'll give you more money. I promise.
I will give you more money too. Like,
I
take
want,
us
I
to
want
level
up to
20.
level 20.
As long as
dude,
it's good.
send
good
us from
DLC.
fucking Baldur's Gate. Send us up to fucking Icewind Dale. You know, let us do some shit in Icewind Dale.
No, I'm down with that. Hell,
At level
send
12,
me,
you know?
Send me to some stuff in the astral plane. I don't care.
Right.
Send me
Well,
down
yeah,
to the
especially
freaking
with
9 hells.
What's going on right now? Like what we're going.
Exactly.
You know how? Send us to fucking Strixhaven.
You can tie in Baldur's, or you can tie in the astral plane very easily. You can tie in the 9 hells very easily. You could tie in El Terrell for God's sakes.
Well, you
Even
could
Space
probably do
Jam.
Fandalar also.
you can tie in almost anything. in
I don't
this
know
game.
if you could get Tiamat.
No, you
No,
can't because
but-
Tiamat is in the 9 hells.
Oh, okay.
So
I was thinking.
D&D lore wise, Tiamat is trapped in the 9 hells and is constantly trying to get out. That's what the Cult of the
That makes
Dragon's
sense.
goal is to get Tiamat out of the 9 hells. So if we went into the 9 hells and did some stuff there, you could end up dealing with Tiamat down there.
I mean, you could, from what we've seen so far in my 35 hours of playing, you could definitely do, if they wanted to, leave the world be, they could roll this right into Spelljammer.
Yes.
Yes. 100%.
Like, so easy.
Spelljammer, that's what I mean by the astral plane.
Okay, yeah. Like
The
if
Spelljammer all takes place in the astral sea.
send us into Spelljammer, and let it just take it from 12 to 20.
Right? Give me
Or
a
12 to
novel
16
fly
or
around
something.
in.
Like send it from 12 to 16, 4 levels. Like 12 to 16, I feel like milestone. Like you're gonna.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you do this part, here's a level. You do this part, here's a level.
Yeah.
You do this part, here's a level. You do this part, here's a level.
I was waiting for
I
that.
knew you were gonna do it too. I was like, come on, dude.
Oh man! Let me guess. It was this.
It
big.
was this big.
Oh lord.
But there's a lot that Larian Studios could definitely do with this game, and I don't know what they're planning. I don't work for Larian Studios. If you work for Larian Studios, hit us up on YouTube, hit us up on TikTok, hit us up on Twitter, Twitter.
I think it's just X.
Hit us up on
I think it's
Facebook.
X.
It's all playtest till it breaks.
Find us. Talk to us. Tell us what's going on. We got ideas.
We got ideas.
We're
And,
nerds. We have nothing better to do.
Like-
we all drive for a living, so we do nothing but think about this crap.
Yeah.
Sadly true, yes.
Every single one of us at this table drives for a living.
Yep.
We are driving for a living.
But I'm so excited for Baldur's Gate. Like
Somebody liked us.
Nice.
I saw a Hardy Heart float.
But I think it's just like, yeah, it's one of the better games out there. And and going back to the levels real quick so I can get my 2 cents in.
Oh yeah, sorry. We do that a lot.
Sorry, you to talk, but like I don't mind going to level 12 because when you get higher up, it is groundbreaking. Oh, you're so cute.
Yes, level 12 and above.
I think it's fine. If you want to go like into the astral planes, let's make it up higher. But like, I listen to Ghostfire, the Elders Lorecast. I'm not sponsored by them either. Just listen to them.
No sponsors here.
How they go from 1 to like 12 is like normal people stuff. Like kind of like like it's not groundbreaking, but it's not like us with no magic powers.
Okay.
It's just a normal normal fantasy, high fantasy gameplay, which I think going to 12 is great. I don't need all the rest higher stuff because don't know anything other
I just
than
want power word stun.
I
I want
want
8th level.
I essentially want to run around as a god.
Right?
Hi
That's
Corey,
me.
we love you.
I want to try power word kill just to have fun.
I don't
with
care
it.
about power word. Power word stun.
Sure,
It's an 8th level spell.
Just play a monk. You can bonus action stun all you want.
Yeah,
Right,
but
see,
power
I'm
word
kidding.
stun.
I'm kidding.
like stun. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
No, that's I get it. And I'm not complaining about it being capped at level 12. I'm
So
just hoping in the 500 hours it takes me to beat this game because I fuck around. I'm not just
yes,
heading straight down the story. I'm checking every road. I'm not necessarily checking every bucket or barrel or box or wagon or dead body or skeleton or tree or fucking band.
dude, you tried to talk to a squirrel. Don't tell me.
I did talk to a squirrel today. That shit was
I
cool.
think everybody can talk to that squirrel.
I have yet to talk to a squirrel.
I haven't
So,
done that yet.
I don't check I don't loot everything.
I do.
But I do try to check every path.
Yes.
And so it's going to take me longer than the 25 hours it took those people to beat the game on
4 days.
day 1 or day 2 or whatever the hell it was.
It was 4 days.
It was 25 hours.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
They beat the game in 25 hours.
Yeah. There's people that beat it in 4 days and 25. Was it 25 the newest one?
It was
Did you
25
have fun at all?
They said that they took time off from work and they wanted to beat the game before they went back to work. And I'm like, where's the fun in that? Like, I want to know everything that is
for
to
them,
know about this world.
They're probably speedrunners.
How was that fun?
Hey, I'm not-
Some people like
I'm
it.
not judging your fun. Your fun
Nope.
is your fun. But I'm like,
Are you a speedrunner?
No, I'm not
I know.
speedrunner.
I just
Because
don't.
it's going to take you 600 hours to beat this
It's
game.
going to take me like 800 hours.
Bro, we're gonna beat the game twice before he gets to the last act.
He's going to be like, what do you mean, guys? I've been over here looking at this rock for the last
I
16
swear,
hours, and it's like...
I swear I saw something on
I
this rock.
saw this rock move.
It glinted. There's gotta be treasure under it.
Well, there gotta be something in this area. I
It
found
said I rolled it. I failed my perception check, so I've been going through with every single NPC. I've been going
Bro.
around and getting all of the NPCs I didn't get originally to get them.
Bro,
to...
This guy is going to save scum so much and run every NPC through this area until he succeeds.
I
at
wish-
perception
No,
scum.
I'm not gonna. I'm not
kidding.
that person, but I will save scum.
Oh,
If
yeah,
I don't,
save
if
scum.
I, if I,
do it,
if I
it's
do not
fun.
like an outcome, like there's some like there was an outcome I think I had on my original one that I did first, that I should have went back and redid. Because I fucked up.
So here's one thing I will say about save scumming. If that's how you want to play this game, do it.
Yes.
Do what makes it you have fun. There's so many different things and so many different little odds and ends and pieces and things. If that's how you play. This game, you can have fun doing anything you want.
Oh yeah, and you might find something like when you do different options, you find something different. No, that's the best thing about save scumming. Like
Yeah.
you find a different option. Like no, I want it this way, and then you're like, oh wait, that way's better. Wait, what? I got it.
No, you
It-
don't.
no, but
I save scum very few things, but I'm not going to judge people who save
Yeah.
scum everything.
But I'm not going to say it's going to trying to have sex with a certain person.
That's like the only point too.
No,
The one
I ruined my chance. I ruined my chance.
I have one more final gripe.
All right, let's hear it because we're over the hour.
No, we're not. We're at 49 minutes.
Oh snap! Okay.
I have one final gripe, and it's not even really big of a gripe outside of me griping.
Helpful.
When you go to an area and say there's a hidden passage, and all 4 of your characters roll a failed perception, there is no fucking chance for those 4 characters to ever successfully roll it again. You have to go to your camp and get another NPC or another PC and bring them out so they can roll.
Oh.
Even after a long rest, you can't redo it. I have burnt through every single fucking character in my party to do this one stupid area, and I keep rolling failed perception checks every time.
Sounds like a you problem.
I mean,
You're fucking right. Or is it a Larian? I'm just kidding.
no, it is a you problem.
It's a me
but
problem.
Did you look at it and see that, like, for sure you're not allowed to
Well,
pass it
no.
ever again?
So I've gone back to the area. I've done 3 long rests,
Okay.
and every time I go back, only a new party member rolls.
Okay.
Nobody else will roll.
That is kind of dumb. I don't like that.
But-
because if you go to, like, in real life, if you go to the same area, you have a chance, maybe not a good chance, but you have a chance to see something different.
True, but also at the same time, like, it's also the perspective of D&D when the DM shows you, and everybody at the table is trying to roll for the same thing they want to keep rolling because they know there's something there.
And I get that, but
But
that's why...
but it's not story progression.
But it's a video game. It's
Well,
not
It
D&D.
is so is D&D, but it's a game, but not a video game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is a video game. You're playing it by yourself. You're not harassing other people by redoing it.
True.
They should let you redo it.
Well, and
if you want.
I understand like both points. My thing is I don't necessarily want to be able to redo it right then and there.
But a chance
But
in
after
the
a
future.
long rest, I feel like I should be able to go do it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Um,
even like a week later, like 5 long rests, 7 long rests,
Something.
a 10-day.
I feel like I should be
Something.
able to roll it again. And like I said, I've only done it after I've done it after every long rest, consecutively for 4 long rests, and it's only a new party member that'll roll.
Imagine never being able to have a new party member.
Yeah, and they've always failed. So I've got this quest that I cannot complete
That
because
would
I
irritate
can't
the piss
roll
out of me.
a perception check with a character that had already rolled a perception check, and I
Wait,
can't.
and it blocks a quest?
It's a quest.
Weird.
That part's bull.
It's a quest
I
to
want
find
buggy.
a certain item in this certain area,
Yeah.
and you have to roll a perception check.
There's got to be another way to it then.
There's nothing. I
That is
have been in
annoying.
this area. I have spent probably 2 hours in this
What?
area,
We'll talk after.
and
we'll
I
talk
cannot
Yeah.
get anything to happen.
So that makes me think about something that to bring it back to the tabletop side of it. Don't do that as a DM. Do not lock your story behind a dice roll,
Yes.
No.
because that leads to that kind of frustration right there.
And I can't. I've literally gone through and I've moved because you can move things with your strength. You can move things around in rooms as long as you're strong enough. And I have moved things trying to find like a lever, a button, a fucking trapdoor.
Have you
Anything.
Have you hit the alt button?
I have.
Okay.
And I have.
Always alt.
I've looted everything in there that I feel is lootable. I mean, there's candles or some shit that I don't care about. But I cannot find anything. But I know it's there because my quest is there. And I know it's down there because I keep rolling a failed perception check.
So, before we hop back into his game when we get done, go there. I'll log into your game with my character because my character's always in your party.
Yes.
And I want to look at
That's another thing I don't like. You can't, if you have a friend join your game, you cannot leave their character at camp and take another PC out.
Yes.
I wish you could, but you can't.
So
But I wish you could.
So what
Larian
happens
Studios.
when you have
Hashtag
all
Larian Studios. Let me
4
swap
people,
characters.
all 4 friends playing in one game.
Exactly. You have no NPCs
Jeez.
with you. It's
Yeah.
all PCs. That's kind of like that is frustrating. You can't have 4 people playing together and complete some of these things because you have to have those NPCs with
One
you.
of the things
Oh no.
I saw this on TikTok and it was like the number one thing that Larian Studios brought to the video game world by bringing D&D. It was
Oh.
like,
Oh
it
no.
was like, so what's the number one problem of playing D&D, boys and girls? And it's like schedules.
Schedule conflicts. I can't play this game because of schedule.
I can't play this day because I have to work. I can't play this day. I got to watch my kids. Can't play this day because my mother-in-law died. You know, I can't play this day.
I
'cause of
have this game with me and my 4 friends, and we can never find the time together to
because
actually
you know
play
it's a
it.
tabletop role-playing game on the computer.
They brought so many things
Yeah.
about D&D into a computer game, like the shit roll where you're like, we're all playing together, and all of a sudden you go, Fuck, mother, goddamn, fuck. Yep, you rolled a 1, didn't you?
I had advantage. This was yesterday. I had advantage.
Oh yeah.
I had a +9 to my roll. I rolled 2 ones.
That makes it feel so much more like D&D.
Yes.
It is amazing and frustrating at the same time.
Yes, I fucking love it.
Also, I love how you keep bringing up TikTok when you keep me.
I know. You're making fun of him for being the one watching everything on TikTok. Yet you're the one bringing it all up.
Who's watching videos now?
I told you I skipped the videos.
algorithm.
I skipped the videos that give me spoilers.
Yes.
but
yeah,
the videos,
save.
All I've got to
Same.
say to that, sir, bomb bags.
bomb bags.
You're the one that taught me about.
You're right.
bomb
I did, and that one I was told. I came across it. So it was Larian. It was a guy, and he was like, "Hey, this game is produced by Larian Studios." He's like, "So you know what that means? Bomb bags." And then it cuts from him over to Baldur's Gate. He throws a bag, shoots it with a fire arrow. Boom!
His computer chugs a little.
His
bit.
computer chugs a lot of it because he had I think it was 56 items in this bag. And he's like, just walk away and let your computer chug for a minute. He's like, but you're definitely gonna fucking kill whatever you threw it at.
Okay, so speaking of bomb bags,
Speaking of traps,
Don't use pouches.
Pouches don't work. It's got to be a backpack or backpack adjacent item. In your tabletop game, you think of ways to cheese shit, and your DM goes, "Well, shit, I guess that would have to work. Roll a whatever." Bomb bags are that for this game. I got my butt handed to me like 17 times in this one area, and I could not get past it. Bomb bag, I win.
that's what I need to do.
Damn.
We're not telling you to use bomb bags.
No,
It's
we're telling
definitely
It
it's
is
definitely a
cheesy.
very cheap trick.
Not cheap. It's
Yes,
called,
it is.
It's called strategy.
No,
It's not
cheese.
really a strategy.
It
You
is
just
straight
throw a
cheese.
bunch of incinerating products into a bag and throw it in.
Hey,
I
if it works,
literally
don't
have
fix
like
it.
the spike balls, the void balls,
I did.
Where's an
I
artificer?
had like
redeemer?
20 alchemist's fires. I had the smoke powder
Oh
bomb.
yeah, those things are.
I had like 6 of those. I was just like, I'm not playing with you anymore. I'm winning.
I did one the other day in the
See?
Underdark.
Effective.
It was. I had
Jeez.
2 vials of poison. I had like 4.
Wait, vials of poison work?
Because they're splash damage.
Oh.
So
Um,
anything with splash damage.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
So I think it was.
explosive.
I think it was 2 vials of poison. I did like 4 alchemy fire, 1 smoke powder bomb, and I threw it at this creature. It had like 95 health or something, and I just went bloop, and he went 0, and I was like, oh,
I win.
that was fun. I just wanted to see if it would work. Like I wasn't getting my ass kicked or anything. I had full health. I just came out of a long rest.
That's how I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. The beholder adjacent thing that has pissed me off.
I just came across 3 mimics yesterday. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. I need to see the mimics.
They steal your weapons, those little bastards. Fucking over there punching them.
They better have some good loot in there.
It's okay.
Okay. You know what I want to run into now?
The good loot is
Gelatinous
your sword
cube.
you get back.
This guy?
No, yes, that guy.
Gelatinous. You know, I haven't heard anything about gelatinous
I'm waiting
cubes
for
yet.
a gelatinous cube. They do traps really well, so I can imagine like turning a corner and all of a sudden you're stuck in a gelatinous.
You know how
cube.
cool it'd be? You turn a corner and you're just walking. You're like, oh, why did it get to be rough terrain? And then you walk out the other side and your armor's gone. You're like, what the fuck?
I would be infuriated. I would be infuriated.
You turn around, there's just a little bit of a glimmer, and you're just like, shit.
Fireball.
Your sword is fucking melted. Your armor is melted because not a gelatinous cube. It's a fucking what is it? It's a gray ooze.
Hey, I don't care. I don't need any of that. Fireball.
Fireball.
I have fireball now.
That's
If you
awesome.
see it.
Oh, I can't wait. You don't need to see it. You just drop it on a location.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Well, thank
that
you.
was fun.
That was.
Thank you for coming and talking about Baldur's Gate. I know it's not a tabletop game, but it's tabletop adjacent.
It is literally based off of the world's largest tabletop game.
So, thanks for watching, listening to Table Talk and Drinks. Drop some ideas, conversations you'd like to hear about in the comments. Join us next week, maybe, as we talk about... I don't know what we're going to talk about next week, but hit us up and you'll find out there. And like I said, I'm your host, David Mode. We've got
Derek and David.
Deuces.